Yo, what is up guys? It's the Goblin and welcome back to another Fortnite tips and tricks video. In today's video, I have another analyzing video where I'm going to analyze my gameplay here. This is a pretty awesome gameplay. I get like 15 kills and I only actually get hit by one of the players that I fight up until I'm in the top 3 situations. So the first 13 kills, only one of them hit me, and that's what I want to focus on and analyze in today's video, going through it step by step. So I want to focus and analyze this gameplay while talking about what I did to, take out so many enemies, play aggressive, while also not getting hit and, protecting myself via building, movement, all that sort of stuff. I love doing these analyzing videos. They're so much fun, and it helps me improve, and hopefully will help you guys improve as well. You guys usually love these ones, so if you guys could, smash a like on this thing. Let's go for 805 likes. That would be amazing. You guys always support these analyzing videos. They're probably my favorite videos to make. We also just hit 170,000 subscribers, so I'm in a really good mood. Thank you guys so much for that. It's just an absolute blessing, and I appreciate if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe, man. Join the party. We're going for 200,000, and it's just been absolutely, a huge adventure and super fun. Let's get into it and let's talk about it. I'm landing tilted towers right now, okay? I only have 100 HP. Now, the thing with tilted, like when you land at tilted, there's a dilemma. When you get a shotgun, it's like, okay, do I go for action or do I go for shields? There I went for action. I got some kills. But you can see here now, I'm hunting normal chest locations looking for shields. I'm headshotting people with that shotgun. I hit him for 140 right there. And, that all goes back to, like, my last video, shotgun tips and tricks. If you're on point with the... look, I'm just on point with the shotgun. I'm headshotting people. My reactions are good. My crosshairs are up point. And that gives me the advantage in these fights. I'm more prepared than them, even if I have less health. Now, at this point, I'm 4 kills. I'm off to a really good start. So, my mentality right here was, let's find some damn shields, because I want to get shields. It is really hard to play. So, I checked this location, which usually has chests. I'm checking all different locations. And this is why, like, I always say, land somewhere that you have knowledge of. I know every single chest in Tilted Towers like the back of my hand, and that's because I've gone to this location so many times. I know when this one doesn't spawn, usually this one won't spawn or this one will spawn, different stuff like that. I eventually find a chest and I'm hoping for a shield, and luckily I do get a 50 pot. Now the thing with 50 pots is always the dilemma. Do you use it or do you try to wait for minis? At this situation, I'm already, the game's afoot right now. The game's going off. So I decided just to pop the 50 pot. This guy ends up being over here. So I build and I reinforce my walls. The only way to do that on console really is if you have Builder Pro. And that's why, I think that's a good idea. Right here, I'm going to fight with this guy. But I realize, okay, I have this guy back, his back's against the ropes. But then there's some sort of third party shooting at me from somewhere else. So I try to, keep the pressure on this guy while also building to cover my side. And I'm able to take this guy out. Unfortunately, like, I'm out of materials at this point. This guy rushes me with the hop rocks. And it is a bit harder to fight when people have hop rocks. But the thing with that is it's a disadvantage for them as well. Because, you don't really practice fighting with hop rocks. He eventually tries to run away, and I could have pulled out the AR there. I don't really know why I used the shotgun. It didn't really matter. I think I thought that he had like super low health. I pick up minis here, so technically I could have not used the big pot, but I didn't want to risk it. I wanted to just do it, and I didn't want to risk it and I'd be dying with a 50 pot in my back pocket. That would be very unfortunate. Anyway, good start to this game. 40 left, 6 kills, actually pretty good. We find another 50 pot. This underground area is always good, dude, because like even if there's not chests here, which there usually are, you have these ammo crates, which are severely underrated. Always pick up ammo crates, and then you have this those wood stacks if you want to farm up some wood. This time I didn't. I'm not sure why. I probably should have farmed that up, but oh well, it doesn't really matter. So as you guys can see, I haven't taken any damage yet this game. I think in the next fight or coming up is where I get hit for 14, but it was kind of just like, a weird hit. I haven't taken damage yet, and that's based on building, reinforcing my builds, and staying on the move. You notice I'm never really standing still. I'm always moving, so that makes it a lot harder for people to hit you. And even if they do hit you with, a sniper, a burst rifle, a shotgun, they're going to hit you for less damage because you're on the move. They won't be able to connect. So right here, I see this guy. I try to bait him out by running through because this was sort of an awkward situation. That's the only time I get hit until the top 3. 14 damage, really sort of an insignificant hit, and the grenade launcher is enough to just put the pressure on him. He rushes me and I'm able to hit him there. I actually do get hit for more than 14 damage. He actually hits me more right here. I forgot about that, but that's the only guy who hit me. So I guess he hits me for he hits me for like 100 damage, I guess, but it's not a big deal because I can heal up, and that is the only guy that damages me up until I'm in the top 3 situation. So I forgot about that, but yeah, he does hit me for a little bit more than 16 damage there. Anyway, the game's on. I have 150 health, so I'm still confident. And right here, I'm just trying to get height advantage because I hear people over here. This guy, boom, standing still. Easy kills with the Scar. I'm still loving the Scar, man. Like, the burst rifle is awesome if they're standing still. But the Scar is just really freaking amazing, dude. And I feel like the Scar is a lot better at like taking down bases and stuff like that. Anyway, here I have control over Tilted Tower. So my mindset there was just to patrol. I didn't end up finding anyone, and then I make my way into the zone and I set up. I usually set up on the edge of the first zone can be pretty smart because of the fact that people will usually come in from the storm. So you can see I'm sort of like waiting around for that. Don't really see anyone come in from the storm. I'm checking all around, and I'm like, okay, I don't know where these people are. And then, boom, I find one. I find the one I was waiting for from inside the storm. Get some hits into him. My aim actually went haywire there. That was some pretty bad aim. Luckily, I have the grenade launcher, boys. And the grenade launcher is... I mean, I said on my best guns list, it's the second best gun in the game, other than the Gold Scar, but it might be number one. It's number one or number two. I mean, it's just, I always take it over RPG at this point because you can do stuff like that. If you're a good player and you know how to bounce it and, you know, bounce it off ramps, bounce it off walls, use it like that, it can be so good. Plus, the fire rate is so much down faster than an RPG that people can't really build against it. And there's another fight that I win without taking any damage. And the reason why I'm at 99 HP, if you guys are wondering, I just got hit for one tick of the storm when I was running out of it. So I know that might cause some, you know, some OCD too. It's giving me OCD just looking at it. 199. It really doesn't matter though. Anyway, here I see I'm pretty near the next zone, so I'm patrolling. I'm looking around for kills, and I think I spot a guy back here, and I'm like, okay, I'm looking at the clock right here. I remember the situation because this game was just like, was it this morning? Yeah, it was either last night or this morning. You know, not long ago, and I'm like, okay, I'm looking at the clock. I see 30 seconds, then the zone's gonna move. I want this kill, and I have him completely one shot after those shots. I'm like, okay, I need to rush, get this kill fast, and then go back to the zone, because, you know, a lot of people will ignore the zone and just play the fights, which can be really, really annoying as someone who's playing to, you know, get kills and be aggressive, but also win the game and not take damage. So I'm like, okay, at this point, screw it. I gotta be aggressive here. The zone's coming in 8 seconds. I'm double ramping up right here, reinforcing my wall. Actually, I don't reinforce my walls this time, just because I want to, you know, get this kill quick. Jump over his head. I'm always on the move, and he's not even able to hit me. In shotgun fights, if you can jump and shoot at the same time, you have an extreme advantage. And I actually use a scuff controller, which is like a controller I've been using for years for Call of Duty, a bunch of different shooter games. Basically, I have paddles on the back of my controller, which allows me to jump with the paddle on the back. You guys have probably heard of scuff controllers. And then I can sort of keep my aim on while jumping, which can be pretty helpful. If you guys haven't heard of them, you definitely should check them out. I'm sponsored by them, and you can use my code Goblin for a 5% discount. Link is in the description of all my videos for Scuff Gaming. The controllers are quite pricey. Like, they're over like $100. I think some of them are even like $150. I'm not really sure the exact prices. But you know, if you have the money, I think it's definitely worth it as a console gamer. It's a console only thing. Right here, once again, grenade launcher, man. I use it. I use the trajectory to bounce it off there, and it keeps me. I don't have to take damage because I don't have to get close to people until I'm comfortable getting close to them, because of the fact that I can literally just put the pressure on with that grenade launcher. You saw the only person that hit me up close was because I was using the shotgun, and I didn't use the I put the pressure on with the grenade launcher, but they ended up cracking me. Grenade launcher is the best gun in the game for putting pressure onto your enemies, and then once you do that, you can double ramp up. You can go in for the shotgun kill. You can spray them down with a Scar as their walls of their base get destroyed with the grenade launcher. There's a bunch of different stuff you can do, and right here in my inventory, this is the inventory I've been rocking with late game, like lately in solos, because sniping is so important. And actually, I hit like one of my best snipes ever upcoming in this gameplay. You guys are this snipe is really insane that I hit here. But you have a Scar, your AR, that I always go, if I have a blue tack, I feel like that's good enough for late game, because I'm not going to shotgun fight unless I'm, you know, already have them weak or up close and comfortable with, with this sort of inventory. 54 grenade launchers, and then the sniper just for extra measure, because sometimes if someone's super far away from you and peeking you with a sniper, you can feel kind of helpless with the grenade launcher because it really has a short range. It doesn't have the range of the RPG. Anyway, I'm coming up onto the safe zone right here, and I think I hear people fighting up here, so I'm like, okay, let's check out what's going on. down, I come up, and obviously I see fresh build. Whenever you see fresh builds being made, that's an obvious telltale sign. There's people there. There's 2 people here. I locate them, and I'm behind them, reinforcing my walls. I have the advantage here, so I'm like, okay, let's grenade launcher this first guy down. He's in the middle of both of us. We can probably, you know, fight this guy and get some free kills. He ends up dropping off the cliff, which kind of saved him. He was at the edge of the cliff. Ironically, that saved him. And then I'm dealing with this guy right in front of me, and we get into sort of a sniping, peeking battle. And you see how I'm always moving up and down, even if it's just slightly, because, you know, I can afford to get hit by a sniper right now, but I cannot afford to get hit in the head with the sniper. That would mean instant death for me, and that's why, you know, I'm sort of moving up and down. Always stay on the move. People who get sniped, usually, you know, if someone hits in the same, like, look at that. That guy could have sniped me if I was standing still. The fact that I'm always on the move makes me safe, and right here I locate this guy, and this is why I like to have a sniper in solos. Oh my goodness. That was like one of my best snipes ever. I was freaking out when I hit that. I just sort of, I don't even know if that's skill. That was kind of luck. I just shot it randomly, and the bullet drop and everything was just worked out perfectly. 178 meters. I think it was a headshot while on the run. I don't know. It was insane. Drop a like for that, boys. I was so hyped when I hit that. And then I still have this guy in front of me to deal with. So the reason I move up closer here is because the grenade launcher doesn't have as much range. You know, this guy actually pushes up close with me as well. And then there's another guy behind him. At this point, I was like, are these guys teaming up? But then they start shooting at each other. Unfortunately, I couldn't get both those kills because he kills that guy before I kill him, which kind of sucked because I would have loved to have both those kills. But there we go, and I'm taking those people out. And if you guys notice, this whole game so far, I have only taken damage from that first person in Tilted Towers. And the reason behind that is because of my building, reinforcing my walls, and putting pressure on the enemies before I decide to make moves. Right here is top 3. Now, this is where I do get hit in the top 3. I get sniped here in the top 3 because I make a mistake. And it's all, you know, even in games that you win, like a 15 kill win, there's going to be times where you make, you know, mistakes and stuff like that. And I do take some damage here with the top 3 situation, but I kind of felt okay with it because I knew I had 7 minis. So as long as they don't hit me for my health, I was fine, even though I do get hit for my health. So right here, I have one guy right in front of me, and I'm not sure where the other guy is at. So that's why you know, I kind of got surprised here. This guy's in front of me. He's in a huge base. My RPG, or not my RPG, my grenade launchers hits him for 100. This is how you put the pressure on. Always on the move, always on the move. But then I stop for half a second to try to shoot an AR, and that's when I get sniped. That was my mistake. If I was going to stop like that, I should have reinforced the walls around me and made sort of a cave. I didn't. I make a mistake. I get hit, and then I immediately put the pressure on this guy. And you see how now I learned from my mistake. I block off the wall on the right, so the guy up in that base can't join me in this fight. And I'm able to take out this guy and sort of isolate targets one at a time. That's what you want to do in solos, especially when you're in a top 10 situation. Now, this kind of sucks here because I'm pretty weak going into this last fight. The thing with this is that I have 57 grenade launchers, and at this point, I'm just like, you know what? I'm just going to play it safe. I don't want to take damage. If he hits me for a little bit, it's totally fine, because I still have minis. I'm literally just going to play this. I have the zone. I'm just going to keep jumping and grenade launching. And this is, I mean, I didn't want to mess this game up. I guess you could say this is kind of a cheeky strategy, but this is the best way to play it. And this just shows how good the grenade launcher is. This guy was actually a really good player. And if he didn't seem like such a good player, I probably would have gone for a quick scope or, you know, rushed him with a shotgun or something like that. But you have to judge how good your enemies are. And right here, I realized, okay, look what this guy's building. He's building mansions and castles. This guy's a good player. And the number one kryptonite of a good player is the grenade launcher. I mean, it's killed me so many times. I'm sure it's killed all you guys in the comments so many times because you just can't predict every bounce, and you can't predict, you know, your wall and your ramp and your wall and your ramp, and you're trying to block them all off. But it's really just impossible to do, and especially when I have 50 of them going into this fight, I'm like, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to stay on the move, so if he hits me, it won't be for that much, and I'll be able to mini shield back up, and I'm just keep spamming these grenade launchers over and over and over. I also don't have enough health to rush him because I unfortunately got hit with that snipe because of my mistake, so I just keep putting the pressure on with these things. You can see his base quickly went down from a mansion to a little shack, and I'm just going to keep spamming. I also have the zone on my side, so I realize, okay, he's going to have to start moving with the zone very, very quick, very soon. Put the pressure on, and I'm able to get that win. That's how you do it, boys. That's how you can use building it and you know, your positioning, always staying on the move to not take as much damage while also playing aggressive and getting high kill wins. Thanks for watching, guys. If you could drop a like on this video, I'd really appreciate that. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, and have a great night, and I'm out. Peace.